Welcome back for the Divine Feminine update. Yes, we do have the element reads. If you do want to join us each month, at the beginning of each month, in our membership, we do cover the element for Divine Feminine. Mid-month, we have a coaching session in the members. And then at the end, we do have a Divine Masculine by element. We have the lives each week. So do remember to click the bell. Without further ado, let's have a look at Divine Feminine's reading. Now, we are coming through the gate, looking quite interesting. And I do feel particularly when it does come to healing, especially with the crowning energy. Some of you are looking at a situation to do with your twin and you're thinking, is this fixable? Okay. For some of you, it can be that you're getting some information, but intuitively you're looking at it and you're looking at people's capacity. This also can be in your own personal life that you're looking at, okay, to date, where has it stood? What sort of people have you been attracting into your life? How have you been using your divine masculine energy? And again, I do feel for some of you, if you do have a biological father, DNA father, or a tribe member that was a male energy that transcended over, they can be around you at the moment and really helping you. I do see, as we do look to the past, we're going to take a stream out. Now, when it does come to the past, I am seeing Divine Feminine really, using her wisdom, especially it's like your guides are coming through and they're saying, okay, look to the past. Look to the past for clues, but also remember in that past, things have changed to date. I do feel some information about an individual is coming towards you. This could be blast from the past. This could be gossip. For some of you, I do very much feel it's going to be gossip, especially this month moving in. I do feel in the heart of it, you really understand the level of where you as an individual need both assertive energy as well as empath energy. And I feel from an empathy point of view, you will be looking at life and going, look, life has not been easy. How can I personally get the balance? And, what would it look like? Would that light my heart afire if both parties in the mix were very, I couldn't say divine. I wouldn't say divine means perfect. It's more a balanced, harmonious energy, a very yin yang energy. I'm hearing the term power couple, but I do feel a lot of you are looking at it and you're thinking, is this healing? Would I need to, have I been to this point in time, being you don't want to be the go-to, you don't want to be the solver, you want to do your side of the work, and you would like this person to come through quite equally so, willing to do the work. Some of you are a bit concerned. Some of you are like, I don't want to be the therapist for the situation. Especially for those of you in communication, you may have felt as though you were the one that they went to. It was like very in and out. I do get this vibe that, emotionally speaking, where it did come to comparisons, I feel a lot of divine feminines are going to snap out of that. I do feel you're being very sympathetic towards yourself, but towards being a feminine, you are in your wisdom to do with the fact that you are, we're light and dark. Okay, we are light and dark. I do feel there's someone around that is quite jealous of you. I also feel you don't need to be perfect to have your union. I think sometimes we can get quite stuck in that, where we feel psychologically we have to be perfect or it won't manifest. I think you're moving into magician energy, and I'm noticing how she's touching her higher heart chakra, especially because we are moving towards an eclipse this month. I do feel be quite prepared. Have the courage, be aware that changes are coming. But I do feel with the lotus flower sitting directly in front of Divine Feminine, she's already getting the PDF from universe that a massive shift's occurring. I do feel you're very nervous. I do feel that you're feeling as though, is this going to cause a tower moment? Do you have the courage to move forward? I do think you do. I do feel this is a person from the past coming back. But I also feel Divine Feminines, we do run the risk at the moment of attracting a lot of people back from the past, especially because we did just have Pluto move. I do feel this individual is the one that is making communication, not you. Let's have a look. I almost feel a statement piece is being made. So you've stood back. You've stood back and you're like, look, it's like you know this person well. Did you move through trauma? Could there be challenges? Yes. Do you feel that they are going through a healing stage and they're having dramas? Yeah, possibly. But I don't feel they're remaining there. And I do feel there is, for some, a reconciliation coming. They're also making reference to, for those that are in a karmic relationship, you know, it ends naturally, okay? So don't feel that that pattern's going to continue. Once we learn a particular lesson, we may revisit it in some shape or form, but it's never done the same. And our vibration is totally different. So if you have been worrying about the fact that, you know, potentially there's going to be the status quo, it's going to remain the same, I am seeing through this reading that that's not in fact the case. It does feel this person has quite learnt. There might have been a cycle that was directly impacting the romantic connection. I do feel it's shifting this month. I do feel you know you love this person, especially from a foundation level. But again, from an intellectual level, you're trying to do as much as possible to stay out of your head. You're trying to, you know, stay sane. Some of you could be very fatigued and feeling as though even if you wanted to help another person because the emotions are being quite high, that you physically can't, and that could particularly be the reason why you feel this person needs to tie up a loose end in order to move towards you. Okay, let's have a look at the two feminines on the card in reverse. What have we got for this? It's almost like I'm seeing like, you know, being aware of the fact that you are both light and dark. Because we have a shadow side. It's not that we can get rid of it. We can be in self-awareness of it. And I feel in the past you felt that you had to be one or the other. And, you know, especially we can go through a stage where we do look at counterpart, you know, with their dynamics and their relationships that they attracted. And we're thinking that we need to be like a karmic in order to attract it. But no, that's actually not true. Being totally different means they do see the situation between light and dark, and by no means do you need to be perfect. So if there is that trauma that is kind of coming up and it's, you know, that good old projections, the reflection, I feel you're working through it. Some of you are being very determined that you're not willing anymore to make all the sacrifices, and that is healthy. It's healthy to not do that. It's healthy to have trust and to allow that person to learn it and not personalize it. And I do feel for some of you, you're going to have a revelation to do with that, you know, there are some things where we empathize and we understand, but there's also this great deal of acceptance inside ourselves of what we know we can and can't do. And I do feel Divine Feminine is working through this, and I do feel this week it's activating it. I do really see these two individuals at the foundation, very loving, very neutral, really, you know, give and take, both parties communicating, both parties valuing each other. Divine Masculine is very worried about the sadness that you've endured and if you still value this. But they're making reference to the fact that they hold you in high regard. They really hold you. You know, they think about you. They're very regretful. Maybe they became too 3D. I do see forward movement happening here. This can be gifts and dowries. This can be trying to wine and dine you, bring you to the forefront of a priority. You're all open for it, providing this person comes correct. And, you know, correct doesn't mean perfect. It can be an attitude change. It can be regular communication, whatever that signifies to you. I do feel their role in their life is changing. I get Divine Feminine being very silent. Very, very silent. This is interesting. Okay, some of you maybe because they communicated with you while they were in a karmic relationship, you're kind of questioning, like, can this person be loyal? Do I believe that is so? A possibility? 100%, because they're being transparent with you. They're telling you the truth. Just make sure, we're aware of our shadow. It could be attachment. We empathize, we understand. Maybe we're in communication. Taking it further, try to create that safety behind yourself to remove that karmic cycle. And especially this month, we're having that full moon in Aries. Really keep an eye on it. Yeah. I do feel some of the patterns you're trying to work through, especially for those of you in communication, or even just mulling over the past and trying to see where things went wrong and really trying to comprehend it. I do feel there was a few situational shifts. This could have been with friends. This might have been with a karmic. This could have been with an ex-wife. This could also be cycles that you're reflecting back on, and you really, really have some courage and move forward. I do feel if these are going to come up in a conversation piece, some of you are like, oh, God, if they turn up now, it's going to be really bad. What if I say the wrong thing? I'd really say don't worry about that. Try as much as possible to be within integrity, wherever that compass is for you, and try to calmly articulate how a situation made you feel. It's not necessarily that it's right, but it's how it made you feel. I do feel this person is struggling with the distance. If there is distance, knowing that, these conversation pieces need to come up. I think I wouldn't say biding their time, but I would say they are conjuring up something here. It doesn't feel negative, though. It feels like they may be dealing with a negative circumstance. This could be the past, facing their shadow. There's a lot of conversations prepping to come. They're also making reference to talk less, listen more. I'll see you for next week's update. If you do need a booking, you can go to the link below. Don't forget we're live each week. And we have the element reads within the membership. We have a whole different schedule of list of things that we provide within the membership. So go through and have a look at the intro video. Otherwise, I'll see you next week for our update. Take care, beautifuls.